A search was put into effect. Every vessel in the Big Harbor was now looking for Nantucket. Meanwhile, Nantucket had made up river at this point. He was scared that he could possibly hit a rock and start sinking. However, he noticed that he was getting very close to the shore. Oh, thank goodness I stopped. I hope someone will find me before something else happens. He was wrong. The tide was starting to rise. Oh no, what's happening? Where am I going now? Soon, Nantucket was gone again. George met up with Theodore. Has you found anything yet, George? Nope, not a thing. Been gone for at least over several hours now. I hope he's still okay. Ah, yes. This reminds me of the Big Habour. Big Habour? What is that? The Big Habour was a ghost ship. Oh, no, not another one of your ghost stories, George. We don't have time for something like that. Ah, but it's all true, Theodore. Big company. During the 1930s one day, the crew abandoned the Big Habour after the ship got stuck in an ice pack. When they returned, they noticed the Big Habour was completely gone. They thought the Big Habour had sunk, but they were wrong, as a few days later, they were notified that the Big Habour had been spotted. The crew collected all the salvageable things they could find on the Big Habour and left the ship. However, over the next few decades, the Big Habour was seen numerous times, floating by itself without any crew, until it was last seen in 1969, 38 years after it was abandoned. No one has seen the Big Habour since. But what happened to the ship? Like I said, no one has seen it in decades, so who knows? It could possibly still be afloat, or it could have sunk, which is most likely the answer. We have to hurry and find Nantucket to make sure the same thing doesn't happen to him. Jesus, where is everybody? I thought someone would have found me by now. Then there was trouble. A rock was in the way. Nantucket didn't have any power, so he couldn't divert himself from running into it. Oh no! Soon, a big hole was now on Nantucket's port side. He was starting to list and beginning to sink. Well, it looks like this is the end. Never thought it would be like this. However, fortunately, Theodore and George had arrived. Nantucket! Thank goodness we found you. What's that? That's a nasty hole in your port side. What happened? Mind that, Theodore. Just tow me in before I sink. Right. Theodore and George had saved Nantucket from sinking. He was later repaired and put back into service. Even after everything that happened, Nantucket was still glad to be a guide for the other ships. And as for Wilson, well, he got his punishment. A strong lecture to be exact. Haha.